Hey everyone, welcome back to Megaverse Builds. Today we are back at Spotify Camp Nou. And this is one of those updates where it feels like every corner of the site moved at once. We've got a long-awaited facade milestone finally arriving at South Goal, the compression ring making its biggest leap yet at Tribuna, progress catching up fast at North Goal, structural work advancing across the lateral diamonds, and even the pitch itself getting torn up for its next chapter, down at ground level. There is a lot to cover today, so let's not waste any time and get straight into it. We start at South Goal, where crews have finally installed the first exterior sandwich panels on the mobility core after weeks of anticipation. Cranes and suction lifters guided each panel into place with millimeter precision to avoid damaging the louver support brackets already fixed to the structure. The interior face of this core was finished a while back, but this marks the exterior catching up. New connecting beams have gone in between the completed brackets too, reinforcing the lower facade ahead of full louver installation, though several brackets still need alignment before large-scale installation can begin. And in a bigger milestone still, the first ceramic louvers have been mounted on this same core, the beginning of the exterior finishing work for this section, with each piece lifted and secured in sequence before the remaining decorative elements go in. Before we move on, please like the video and subscribe for more updates, because Tribuna is where the compression ring made its biggest move yet. A new phalange box was installed here, extending the ring further across this side of the stadium. Multiple radial beams and support pillars are already seated, and false work has been positioned between them, setting up crews to accelerate the next round of box installations. Around this same zone, steel elements, temporary supports, and ring components sit staged and ready, with cranes continuously repositioning material to keep the pace up. A recently completed sandwich panel run on the upper mobility core here has also pushed this section closer to its finished exterior look, and nearby diamond structures are picking up new mounting brackets and support connections for the glass and facade systems still to come. The VIP ring has reached a major point. Sandwich panel installation is essentially complete, fully enclosing the level around the stadium. Crews are now finishing balcony sections, interior walls, and service areas, with new access doors already fitted in several VIP zones. On the third tier, structural joints are being sealed, stairways refined, and seating steps repaired ahead of final standards checks. Scaffolding removal along the lateral sections is revealing more rows of the seating bowl, giving the clearest look yet at its shape. Over at North Goal, the mobility core is steadily catching up to South Goal's progress. Steel framework has received its protective coating, giving the section a finished appearance, with attention now shifting toward sandwich panel installation next. Ceramic louver work is also advancing at the north corner, extending beneath the cantilever roof and across the false ceiling zone as cranes continuously lift new pieces into position, though nearby support structures still need additional anchor bolts before the louver run can push further into adjacent areas. At the compression ring here, several pillars and radial beams are already in place, forming the framework for the next wave of box installations. This corner remains slightly behind South Goal, but crews are preparing additional temporary supports and equipment to keep the pace consistent. In the lateral sector, a nearby diamond structure has come out of its pour, with formwork panels now being stripped to reveal the finished concrete underneath. Reinforcement work on the next section will follow shortly, ahead of another round of concrete pouring. Meanwhile, alignment work continues on the facade support system, with anchor bolts being adjusted and secured before louver installation can begin here too. This section still needs additional alignment and finishing before it's ready. A separate lateral diamond is progressing quickly as well, with vertical formwork now installed around its upper perimeter, clearly marking out the next stage of the concrete structure and setting up for rebar placement and pouring soon. Down at ground level, one of the biggest changes on the entire site has begun. The old turf is being removed to prepare for a new hybrid pitch, blending real grass with synthetic fibers for durability, a technique used across several major stadiums worldwide to handle heavy match usage without breaking down. Before any new surface goes in, crews are restructuring and leveling the subsoil and positioning drainage channels to keep water from pooling during matches. Heavy machinery is compacting the layers while technicians check for an even base. Unglamorous work, but essential groundwork for everything the finished pitch will need to support before the hybrid grass itself can go in layer by layer. Inside, the first and second concourse levels continue their finishing push, with hospitality and concession areas swapping temporary setups for permanent fixtures, and flooring receiving a self-leveling treatment ahead of epoxy coating and multiple layers of paint. The mobility cores threading through the middle levels are steadily taking shape too, with cabling and utilities now being routed through them, while VIP areas are being roughed in, with internal walls and structural supports defining the future hospitality spaces. Beneath the second cantilever, drainage and ventilation systems are going in alongside reinforcement and permanent safety netting to keep the site secure. That's everything for today's walk around Spotify Camp Nou. We saw the first exterior panels and louvers finally arrive at South Goal. The compression ring make its biggest leap yet at Tribuna. North Goal steadily closing the gap. The lateral diamonds pushing forward toward their next pours, and the old pitch coming up to make way for the new hybrid surface. Every one of these pieces is pulling the stadium closer to matchday readiness, and it genuinely feels like the pace is picking up across the whole site right now. If you enjoyed today's update, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a single step of this transformation. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.